last project, what I'd like to do with you today for area and perimeter is you're going to be working on this floor plan today, and I hope your Ladybug floor plans turned out. I'd really like to see those on Padlet, so if you have those done, please post those. And if you can't post them on Padlet, that's okay too. I just like to see your work. What you're going to be doing today is you're going to be finding the perimeter of a house. So here's another floor plan that someone has designed, and this could be a real house with the real dimensions. And so in this home they have a kitchen, a living room, and then a bathroom. Here's their back porch. There's a bedroom, bedroom number 2, bedroom number 1. They have a front porch, an entry level, or what's this, an entry hall, so this must be where you enter into the home, a living room, bathroom, kitchen, and a dining room. And your job today is going to be to calculate the perimeter of the different rooms. And so you'll need this worksheet as well to fill out the dimensions that you find. So the first thing you're going to do is on this page it says, what is the perimeter of the kitchen? And remember, perimeter is just counting around the rim of a space. So here we have a kitchen that isn't a rectangle, so it's going to be different dimensions going all the way around. And what you're going to do is you're going to calculate 9 plus 5 plus 3 plus 9 plus 12 plus 14 to find the perimeter of this shape. So let's go ahead and we'll do kitchen together. And then I'm going to show you a way to challenge yourself on this activity if you are up for it. So stay tuned for that. So let's calculate the perimeter. This is 9 feet, right? Plus 5, plus this part, which is 3, plus 9, plus 12, plus 14. When I'm calculating a perimeter of a figure that looks like this, I try to make sure that I've double checked and gotten all the dimensions and I haven't forgotten any little numbers like that. So what I'd like you to do right now is, will you go ahead and calculate the perimeter, and I'd like you to pause the video while you're doing that, and then you can see what my answer is when you come back. Okay? Okay, so to solve this problem, I'm going to break it down into smaller parts. So I know 9 plus 5 is 14. 3 plus 9 is 12. And then I have 12 here. And look at that, I have another 14. So now I have kind of an easier addition problem to calculate here. So I have 4 plus 2, which is 6. And then 4 plus 2, which is 6. So 6 plus 6 is 12. And then I just count up my ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so the perimeter for the kitchen is 52 feet. The distance around the kitchen is 52 feet. So what I'm going to do on this worksheet is I'm going to write the answer, 52 feet. Now, I'm going to give you the extra special challenge of this if you want to make this assignment really challenging for yourself. What I'd like you to do is calculate the area of different rooms. So if I was to say, what is the area of the kitchen, you would need to calculate that by doing length times width. And again, this is not your average rectangle, right? So we can't just do length times width and get the correct answer. So what you're going to do here is you're going to turn a bigger figure into a smaller figure. And what I've done now is I have a rectangle here and a rectangle here. And this is easier to calculate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to calculate the area of this part of the kitchen, which is 9 by 15. And so this is going to be 45 square feet, right? Because 9 times 5 is 45. I'm not done yet. I now need to calculate length times width. And here I know that this whole length here is 14, right? So I can't use this number 14 because that would be getting into this part of the kitchen, which I've already calculated. So I have to look to this side, and this side is showing me that from here to here is 9. So I can multiply 9 times 12 and get the area for this space. So let's go ahead and do that on our scratch paper. 12 times 9. And 9 times 2 is 18, and 9 times 1 is 9, plus 1 is 10. So this part of the kitchen is 108 square feet, right? Now, to find the total area of both parts of the kitchen, I now need to take the 45 that's up here and add it to my 108, and that will give me the total area. So 108 plus 45. Go ahead, write that down and add it up. And pause the video if you need to, because I'd like you to do your own math. And then I want you to see if you got the same answer I did. I want you to check my work for me, okay? So let's see, we have 8 plus 5 is 13. And then 1 plus 4 is 5. Plus 1 is 153. So the area for the kitchen, if I said how big is our kitchen, we'd say it's 153 square feet. Now, I'd like to invite you to do the areas of some of these. If you don't want to do the area of every single room, that's fine, but I think it's a good challenge for you to be thinking about that as we go ahead. Let's do one more together, and just so you kind of feel like you have the hang of it, and then I'm going to let you loose on this project. And you won't be having an exit ticket today, so this is your big project for the day. Okay, so let's go ahead. They want to know the perimeter of the bathroom for the next one. So here's the bathroom, and it looks like it's 5 feet by 7 feet by 5 feet by 7 feet. So we need to calculate the 4 sides. Let's do that mental math, right? So it's going to be 5 plus 5 is 10, and 7 plus 7 is 14. So our answer for the perimeter of the bathroom is 24 feet. So you would write 24 feet here, and then this area is, I think, pretty quick to calculate, isn't it? It's just 5 times 7, length times width. So what is 5 times 7? You are correct. It's 35 square feet. So here we would write 35 square feet. And your job today is to complete this worksheet all the way down, and then at the end it says what is the perimeter of the outside of the house. So your job for that is going to be to calculate all the sides going all the way around the house. Can you do it? I think you can. That's a big rim, isn't it, if we're thinking of it as a perimeter? The one piece of advice I can give you as you calculate that is if you start somewhere to calculate the perimeter of the whole thing, make a little mark for yourself. So if you start there, you can go this direction and go all the way around, and then when you get back to here, you'll know when to stop, because by the time you get all the way around, you're going to have been busy for a long time. So just make yourself a little mark as to where you're beginning. The other thing you're going to need to be able to do on this worksheet is you're going to have to figure out the missing numbers, right? So here we have a back porch, and it doesn't have a length to it, does it? We don't know what the length of the back porch is. We know that this part is 9 feet right here, but we don't know this part. So there will be lengths on the opposite side that might give you some clues. So The porch goes from this part of the bathroom all the way over to the living room. So 5 feet plus 13 feet. And that is 18 feet. So you could mark that there so that when you get to calculating other things, you will know that that's 18 feet. I'm going to put a mark here and a mark here so that I know that what I've measured here is just from here to here. I know this is 9 feet. I know this is 5 feet. If this side is 5 feet, then over here, this side is going to be 5 feet as well because it's the same, right? This is a rectangle and the opposite sides are equal. So I can label that 5 feet. The other thing you want to make sure that you're doing is you're not leaving anything blank, especially these little parts here are easy to ignore. So make sure you've got all of those parts labeled so that you can do your calculating. And then I have sent your parents an answer key to this, so when you're all done, you can figure it out. If you're doing the area, have fun with that. You're going to have to divide some rectangles up to get different rectangles going because you just can't calculate length times width when you're doing the living room if it's not a perfect rectangle or square. So just keep that in mind as you go. All right, I wish you luck with this project and I will see you next time.